It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll see the Broncos sure-handed wide receiver.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3.
This taken in at the goal line.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
But they'll start the drive here with an end around. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The Broncos are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. They always tell NFL.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Fields. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Returnable for Thomas.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 62 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's McGee. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, here's Fields. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Fields on first down. Right back to Pitts again.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get out of roll or chip away their timing.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Returnable for Thomas.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he stopped immediately there.
Third down and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They work now on 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Fields throwing to the hands of Pitts here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Still first down.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Cooley knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing
board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 on the scoreboard.
Saying as a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From the 41, here's 2nd down at 7. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And once again, he's going to be stacked up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me. And Guysman complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up.
I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio. The answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First down now with that clock rolling.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll get that to Charbonnet.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Again, Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd and 9 now. The release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position, and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here.
Now the Bears going to call the first. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And we will skip the highlights show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now Fields, he's got the connection to Moore.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
To throw is Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 69 yards.
And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Down inside the 40.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
Second down, here's the option. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Let's go now, let's go. Go! Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Broncos! From 21 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. Time off the clock here in the third quarter. Decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Thomas. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a handoff working right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They get this out quickly to the left side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off play action, Fields.
Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards that time. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
He was brought down by Jaquan Brisker. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. They're going to look to throw.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Douglas, the man in motion.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Marte Mapu, and the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's going right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Charbonnet.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3rd down and 1. To throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared. They let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has been a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Fields on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Now 1st and goal. Charbonnet is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, but we found out so far. 2 touchdowns in here, and now they've taken the lead.
The second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. So the Broncos now down by 4, a minute 54 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Back to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Extra point right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready?
Back to throw. Fields.
He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo.
This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
It'll go in the books forces a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down. Now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Listen.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led.